going live, and I'm excited about it having it live in a minute. So I'm definitely excited. Can't wait for everyone to see what I'm talking about on my new segment. This is my new season for the Star Q show. I am your girl, Miss She Talk Atlanta. Okay. Your favorite personality. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's going to be juicy today. Today we're going to be talking about the demasculation of men in all different aspects. On this season 2, we're going to be talking on my new segment called Address It. We just want to address some situations, and it's going to get real. It is definitely going to get real. I'm ready for some of you guys' opinions about it, what you think about it. I also am live on YouTube at She Talk Atlanta V. She Talk Atlanta V. Okay, so definitely if you do not and cannot watch me live on Facebook, watch me live on YouTube. I can see if I can post that link for you. Let me see. I need to find that. I don't know. Okay, I will figure out how to share that later. I'm so excited. I am waiting on more people to tune in. Waiting on more people to tune in. Okay, all my talkers out there, you guys don't get to see me live often, but I definitely want you guys to see me live now. I have a lot to say, but we're going to get right into it. So on today's segment, we're going to be discussing women who emasculate men. Now, I definitely want some people to chime in and tune in when you can, because it's going to get hot and juicy. But I do want to address it. So, for me, the reason why I wanted to start off season 2 with women who demasculate men, because even though the title states women who demasculate men, this is more about men who allow themselves to be demasculated in certain aspects, and also men not knowing exactly what demasculation means in a sense, right? So when I look, and I'm saying demasculate, but I mean emasculate. I keep saying demasculate, and it's not even a word. So y'all go ahead and judge me, but I corrected myself, so too late. Okay, so emasculate for me, when I first heard it from a man, so you're trying to emasculate me. I projected it as, and heard it and received it as, I am making him more of a more feminine like, or treating him as a woman per se. I don't know, right? So when I went and looked it up, I was just like, well, let me see exactly what the definition means and how we perceive it to mean. And here we go. I'm pulling it up for you right now. So deprive a man of his male role or identity. To deprive a man of his male role or identity. To make someone or something weaker or less effective. So I thought emasculate was something kind of specific towards men, but I realized that women can be emasculated as well. Just people in general can be emasculated. Now, as it pertains to men, let me tell you guys about a situation I had where I guess I think I kind of froze, but situation I had where when I was with the guy, he felt like I was emasculating him. I reached out to his mom about getting my car towed, one of my cars from a location where it was, and she said that she had no problem with um, arranging it to get it towed. I did not contact him. So being that I didn't contact him and I went to through his mom, who actually asked me, could she take care of that for me as a gesture, he then commented and said that I was emasculating him. That was something that I should have came to him about. And at the time, I still didn't know the full definition of it. And when I went to look it up, I thought to myself, well, in that situation, it had nothing to do with you. So how can I be emasculating you? When it was offered from your mom, you were not involved in that situation. And it's not like I came to you first. And then if you couldn't do it, or if I felt you weren't capable, then went to your mom. She suggested I accepted it. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky for me. Uh, and I'm just going to get real into it for you guys right now. When a man is talking about being emasculated, I have reservations about that. So, the first topic that I want to discuss, or this first subject of this topic that I wanted to discuss, is women who make men bitches. If a woman meets you and I'll put it this way, some men are not in their character or in their um, energy and in their spirit, they are not masculine. They're not alpha males. They don't carry a confidence. They don't carry that walk and that talk as if, hey, I am the man to come into the room or into this relationship or into a community, and I'm going to make my presence known. I'm going to put it out there that I can and will be able to provide, secure, and protect in whatever way. Because for me, providing, securing, and protecting may require specific things, and that may be different for another woman. So, to one woman's eye, the way that the man is in a relationship, or to one man's eye, per se, the way that a man is in a relationship with a woman, or the way that the woman and the man communicate may be emasculating that man. But that's in your eyes, in your definition of what you see emasculation as. If that man is being effective, if the man is carrying on the responsibilities that he discussed that he would carry on in that relationship, in that community, or in that situation, atmosphere, whatever he has a responsibility, and he accepts it, receives it, and is accountable for it and foresees it through, then there is no emasculation going on between that male and that female. Emasculation tends to happen with a female to a male, mostly when I will speak for myself. Now that I understand what emasculation is, I have emasculated men unconsciously, not knowingly, and ignorant to the fact of what it is. I've done it not on purpose. And before I discuss it, I want to apologize to all of the kings out there, the men out there that have been emasculated on purpose and also by ignorance. Please forgive the people in your life, men and women, who have done that to you unknowingly. And I would say for those who are doing it knowingly, they have intentions. They want to break you, they want to weaken you, and sometimes they are very insecure within themselves and they want to project that on you so they can seem bigger than who they really are. So I want to, and I am putting that out into the world. Like, look, forgive me. But in my past, I remember being very verbal, calling a man a bitch, pussy, weak ass, you know, and in heat of the moment, arguments, conversations, things like that. I remember, and that's something that I'm still working on now as a woman. Women have the habit of, hey, if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. Or if you're not going to do it when I'm ready and I need you to do it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I didn't realize me not waiting on my man or waiting on the man to do what he said he was going to do was a part of emasculating him. And women by nature like to get things done, especially if it seems like it's a urgency. And if we ask you, hey, can you help us? You say, yeah, I got you tomorrow. And then that turns into 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Then we decide to take it upon ourselves and do those things. And I realize in my relationship that may not be the most effective thing when it comes to a man, because not only are we taking away the things that they say that they are capable of doing, but we are also putting them in a situation where they're not willing to, per se, help us and do more for us uh, the way that they want to. Now, here's the thing. Before I go to the next subject, I want to say, men, say what you mean and mean what you say. If you say you're going to do something and the time that you're going to do it, go ahead and do that. Because not only does that strengthen you as a person within, it also strengthens your relationship with the person that you're with. And the reason why sometimes women tend to emasculate a man, not purposefully in those situations, is because when things need to get done, they need to get done. And if we see you getting everything else done, if I'm telling you that the baby needs certain things, but you bring home fast food, your priorities are not in the right place. So if I go out and get the things the baby needs because you decided to do something else, that's not emasculating me, that's handling business. So if you feel like you're being emasculated that way, then it's time for you to make certain changes in your life and prioritize what things are important to you, what things aren't important to you. And those things will help you be more in a leadership role in your household, in your relationship, in your community, when you prioritize the things that are most important and you keep your word in those things and move forward. I know it's not easy and some things are hard, but the more and more that you do, the more and more the things that seem hard become less of a headache to you. I can 100% guarantee that. I speak for myself when I say that, because I used to struggle with small tasks, and now those small tasks are like effortless to me. And what's what's easy for me is hard for others now. But I have elevated, I have grown and matured in those areas, and I also receive and accept responsibility. So most times men feel emasculated. I keep saying demasculated, but most of the times men feel emasculated is because they're not comfortable in themselves. They're not comfortable in their skin. They're not confident about themselves, what they can do, what they can achieve, how they move. It can also go with how they feel down there. If they feel like they're not capable sexually, they're not performing sexually, or don't have the right finances, or just going through stages, then their insecurities weigh on their sleeves. And I'm speaking for men. And then you project that energy onto the person or the woman or the space that you're in, and now you feel emasculated by everybody. When really, which leads me to the second subject, men sometimes project emasculation onto themselves. So I'm just stop. I'm for real. That's all I'm gonna say. Men, stop playing, stop fronting, stop lying. Y'all be projecting it onto yourselves. I'm gonna take a moment for you to think about that. Brush my hair. She gotta stay cute on camera. I'm getting old, y'all, and I'm loving myself even more, and just adoring myself and how I'm aging gracefully, and just such a beautiful little chocolate drop. Okay, so men, did you think about that? You do it to yourselves. And I know for you, you might be like, oh God, here she goes with this. But no, I am speaking from a woman perspective, but I'm speaking outside of myself, outside of my being when I talk and I say this, because I'm speaking from having these certain experiences with a man and men in life. I have four brothers, or had four brothers, and I've lived with men. I have been in love, and just most of my circle is men. Most of my closest are men, and I realize that sometimes you guys put that on yourselves. When I hear conversations of men complaining about women all of the time, it's more so because they don't got their shit together. A man who has their shit together is not going to sit and complain about women. Actually, the conversation is going to be different. They're going to be complaining about um, deals that didn't close, or trips that weren't taken, or not getting enough sleep because they stayed up having a good time or working hard, or they have goals. What I'm saying, they have dreams, they have other things that they're focusing on, so they're not going to focus on certain things. And I can guarantee you, if you are focused on what you need to be focused on and your priorities are in the right place, emasculation will not be a topic for you. Because one thing that I do know for sure as a woman, all women can submit. It has to be to the man that is on their equal playing field. They're equally yoked, meaning y'all on the same wave, y'all on that same energy. She receives you very well. So, in receiving you well, knowing that you protect her the way she wants you to, love her the way she needs you to, and provide for her in the aspect of what she needs, what you guys both discuss, you won't be talking about a woman emasculating you. And we can go outside of relationships and also say in the community, if you are a leader in the community, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, you will be spoken highly of. A lot of men are emasculated in certain situations because you put it out there. You you put it out there that you are unworthy. You have to think more about yourself, feel better about yourself, show who you are. And sometimes who you are on the inside may be weak, may be fragile, may be vulnerable, may be hurting, may be in pain, may be things that people may use as ammo and things that you may project out there and is received. And trust me, women, we smell it on you. We smell weak, as they call it, weak bitches. We smell pussy, sorry. And we smell just immaturity. So if you're not ready, and if you're not in a state of mind to be with a woman that is strong-willed, got her shit together, sees life in a whole nother way, and is confident in herself, and you're not there, don't put yourself in that situation if you're going to feel insecure, because then you may project emasculation, and that may not very well be true. It's just that you don't, and you don't know how to handle that community, that environment, that person, because you're just simply not there. So sometimes, men, you do it to yourselves. And now this conversation can get real deep, and we can have a ongoing, maybe a part 2 or 3, because I definitely want to get a man in on this, or several men, because I can go against them all and talk about their point of view, how they feel, what they see. I would love that. Now we're gonna do a quick little kind of like break or whatever, and I definitely want you guys to follow me on all of my platforms. I want you to follow me on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and I'm going to type the actual name of my show, the Star Heels Show. I do this live because I forget some of this stuff. I have so much going on. I forget some of these things. So follow me on all my platforms. She Talk Atlanta is just an extended version of the Star Kill Show. Star Kill Show is awesome. It has different layers, different sides of me, different characters, of personality, for entertainment, for healing. It just has so much of everything in it. Okay. So, and also Address It will be on there as well. So definitely I want you guys to definitely continue to follow me, be a great support system to me, and send blessings abundantly my way. So we're gonna take like a 30-second break here. Just jam with me. Comments. So see what everybody wants to talk Okay, and we're back. Thank you guys for tuning in to She Talk Atlanta. I am your advisor of choice and your coach of life. Yes. your coach of life. I am a life coach, and people do love to be coached by me. I'm a no nonsense, give it to you raw life coach. So fuck with me. Anywho, so we're gonna talk about the last part of our segment. Our segment today is address it. And the episode we were talking about women emasculating men. My last subject is men who emasculate men. So I see a lot of these episodes and these podcasts, and these men, they just loud, they ratchet, they ghetto, they saying ignorant ass shit about, God don't like ugly. They're saying ignorant ass shit about women who emasculate men, right? When I go online, when I read, and when I walk around and I see men emasculate men so horribly, it's disgusting. And I realize that if you've been emasculated all your life by your brothers, your cousins, your friends, and stuff like that, literally there's layers of that laying on you. So when you get with a woman, you're already damaged and emasculated enough. So you look to the woman for comfort after being emasculated by your close brotherhood, brothership, friends, community. And when we don't give you that, you take certain anger, certain energy, certain things out on us. Then you start to disrespect us and treat us unworthy because you've already been emasculated. And it wasn't our fault. And I will say this, if you didn't listen to the first part of this episode, please go back and listen because I'm not sitting here man bashing. I do that sometimes for fun, but not on this segment or episode. What I'm saying here is men from little boys, okay, from little boys, they grow up being called, you a punk, man, you a sissy, don't cry. Oh man, you stupid. You let that girl, don't be telling these women you love them. Girls wear that, man. Why the hell you got on them shorts? Why you got on pink? Why? I mean, it could go on and on and on and on. Like, oh man, you ain't no real man unless you fucking a lot of women. You got a lot of girlfriends, and you messing with all these chicks. You know, so many ignorant words and things that men teach each other, depending on the community that they grew up in, that will affect them today and how they see and receive women and think of us in a sense of emasculating them, and that's just not the truth at all. It's not the truth at all. I will say this. Men, emasculation runs deep, okay? It starts at home, okay? There are layers to your emasculation. And sometimes you have to really be honest with yourself and go deep within and say, I'm a weak man. I'm a bitch ass nigga. Like, I might be a pussy, you know what I'm saying? And not to say these in a way that, ooh, you are, but I say it all the time. Keep it real with yourself and never pretend. Be honest to yourself and never pretend. If you see weaknesses in yourself, fix them before you get to a point where you will start blaming other people and acting as if you're the victim for feeling emasculated. And I'm not going to say for feeling feminine or feeling, because no one will ever call a woman a pussy ass nigga. That's not a feminine language. Okay. What I mean is, it's okay to be to acknowledge your feminine energy, meaning your sensitive side, your expressive side, your vulnerable side. So let's not get emasculating twisted with feminine energy, okay? That is a positive thing when used in the right way. Let's not get it twisted with any type of association on a man acting in a certain form. Those are choices that have nothing to do with women. And nothing to do with feminine energy, excuse me, let me correct that. Have nothing to do with feminine energy. Feminine energy is something that is in all human beings. Okay, some of us may not express those things as much, but it's there. It's just a part of us. It's not a gay thing, a straight thing, a male thing, or female thing, right? Because women have masculine energy in them as well. And they exercise those things as well. And they're not looked upon as, well, sometimes they are, but this conversation is not about masculine women. This is more about emasculating men. I'm going to close out with this. We are who we see ourselves as. If you are not in the place that you should be or want to be, change it and fix it. If people are emasculating you and you know that they are, and you have addressed that they are, and they're not willing to change that, and you as a man love yourself enough, is confident with yourself enough, and believe that you are a man of a true character, you keep your word, you're confident, you're protected, you're provider, you're whatever you feel that a man should be, or a person should be, who does not deserve to be emasculated, then you correct that situation and you check that bitch. You know, be like, who gonna check me, boo? See, that's some, y'all men ain't gonna get that. But anyways, so you check the situation and you control your energy. Don't let a man, don't let a woman, don't let a bitch, don't let a nigga, don't let a dog, don't let a cat, don't let nobody emasculate you. Live in your truth, be brave, have courage, speak up for yourself, place the boundaries there, put the expectations out there that you will not stand or tolerate those things as a human being, as a man. And guess what? Those things will be reciprocated. People will respect those things. And the ones who don't, you don't need to be around them. And as I say, you don't need to fuck with them, because they do the most for the least. And people who do the most for the least get nothing. They get the least. And who wants that? Anywho, so to be continued, I'm going to thank you guys for tuning in to She Talk Atlanta, season 2 of the Star Kia Show. Oh my God! I am so excited and so happy to even just grace you guys with my presence. I love you, my talkers. Talk that talk. I can't wait for us to get on and talk that talk. So y'all keep watching, y'all support, and y'all share this link. I don't know if you guys know, but your girl is going ham in over 9 different countries. Yes, so I am definitely getting known and getting out there, and people are definitely loving what the hell I gotta say. And so for all you haters, y'all are welcome to. All characters are welcome to the show. Remember, follow me on all my platforms. On Facebook at She Talk Atlanta, on Instagram at She Talk Atlanta, and on all my podcast platforms at The Star with two R's, STARR, Kill Show. And subscribe to my channel. Put your comments down below. I receive the hated comments too because they make me greater. The hate makes me great. The hate makes me great. So put those comments down below. I love you guys. Peace and blessings in abundance to you. I can't wait. I think I'm going to go on bingo too, and I'm just going to be talking about addressing it in a ratchet kind of way. So definitely there are layers to me, and I love to have fun. I love to express myself, and I love to connect with my people from the hood near you to the hills near you and get people talking because I love for y'all to talk that talk and walk that walk. So till next time, I'll see y'all. Let me turn up this free music.